Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick play! Alright, so here we are playing the Sega Genesis. We are playing the launch titles on the Sega Genesis. And in North America, I believe there was approximately 6 titles available for the Sega Genesis at launch. And this was one of them right here. Ultra Beast. The arcade classic on the Sega Genesis. Look at that. Steroids. Yeah, take that, you bitch. And here we have the title screen with the fancy Ultra Beast logo. Actually, this looks like the Japanese version. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to be playing Ultra Beast. And we have a little bit of a message that pops up on the screen before the game starts. And now we're punching people in the head. Or zombies. What the hell is that? And we have that pig that's blue colored. I'm not sure why it's blue, but kick him in the ass. And I like this game because when you punch these fuckers in the head, they explode. That's the best part of the game. Look at that. He carries his own freaking head around. Look at that. Ooh, what the hell? So back then, in 1989, the NES was already out, and Nintendo was the most popular thing at the time this console came out. I'll say the Sega Master System had a fair run in the United States, but it wasn't exactly as popular as the NES. So, with that being said, one thing that's interesting about Sega is that they really did not censor their games, as far as I know. They censored a couple of them. But Nintendo was very, very hardcore when it came to censoring their games. So in this game, you had crosses, crucifix all over the place. Nintendo did not allow that in any of their games. Now this game right here, some people like it and some people don't like it. Personally, I think the game's alright. It's not the best Sega Genesis game in the world, but this game is not bad at all, and for a launch title, this will keep you playing your Genesis. And if Ultra Beast wasn't your thing, you had the option of buying another game called Last Battle for the Sega Genesis, day one in the United States. I mean, check this out. Got a whole bunch of words popping up on the screen. If you like to read, you're doing pretty good so far. Alright, here's the title screen right here. Last Battle. Look at that. That looks pretty freaking awesome. 1989. Oh shit, it's exploding. What the hell? Look at that. You have a... it looks like it might be a beat-em-up game. You have a guy that's pretty jacked. Looks like he's on steroids here. Every character in the game back then that was human was on steroids back then. Alright. Ooh, look how high he kicks. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is almost like the Kung Fu game. That's pretty funny. Look how high he kicks. Ugh. That's ridiculous. And when you kick them, they fly off the screen. Like, who the hell knows where they fly? Just look. They're just flying off the screen. Watch. Kick you in your head. What the hell? Now, I do remember the Sega Master System had a similar game for launch. I'm not exactly sure which game it was. But I can tell you right now that the Sega Master System game was better because the bodies actually exploded. Now look, check this out. You can actually go in different directions. That's actually pretty cool. Let's go this way. So this game... What the hell is that? This game has... Well, this console has 3 buttons, A, B, and C. So the C button jumps. While the B button does the fancy kicking, as you can see right here. Look at that. Hoo, 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 hoo. When you kick, you don't even hit them with your foot, you hit them with your heel, which I guess is part of your foot, but you know what I mean. So this game is kind of slow-paced. It's not really the greatest game in the world. What the hell is this? It's alright. I mean, if you got it at launch, you probably have a little bit of fun with it. It's not that bad. Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure you're gonna... I mean, look, we're inside of a building now. This is actually pretty interesting. What the hell is that? Is that a boulder? You can kick rocks. And then we have this game right here. Space Harrier 2. Look at that. Space Harrier 2. This game was originally in the arcade. And then it made its way to the Sega Genesis at launch. And this is one of 2 games that launched day one on the Japanese Sega Mega Drive. Which is the Sega Genesis, but the Japanese version. And check this out. This game did a pretty decent job at demonstrating the power of the Genesis. I mean, look at the fancy looking graphics. That looks actually pretty cool. Let's check it out. Alright, so it's very, very similar to Afterburner, except you are actually a guy flying around the screen and you have to actually shoot things. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys actually played this before at least once or twice. It's not a bad game. You have to dodge objects, like I kind of didn't do right there. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The Sega Genesis at first glance, day one at launch, was definitely designed to port arcade titles from back then. And it did a pretty good job at doing it. And then our next game that launched on the Sega Genesis day one, Super Thunderblade for the Sega Genesis. Let's check this out. This looks pretty cool. Awesome title screen. Alright, my helicopter's raising up into the air somewhere. I'm not sure where it's going, but it's going someplace. Yeah, ready to kick some ass. How about that? Alright, looks like Afterburner. What the hell? So this is like a hell. What the hell? I just got blew up already. Take off. Okay. So how the hell did I do that? Oh, the controls are inverted. That's interesting. It's kind of like the helicopter version of Afterburner, pretty much. It's actually pretty interesting. I never actually played it before. My helicopter is already. I got a game over already. What the hell? Tell you what, if you can get a game over in less than 1 minute, you suck. Unfortunately, when it comes to this game, I suck. And here we are playing our next Sega Genesis launch title, Thunder Force Part 2. Now, Thunder Force previously, I don't think it ever really was present in the United States until the second game. So, the first game wasn't really released on anything in the United States at all. And as you can see here, it is a shoot-'em-up game of some sort. And check that out. Shoot the shit out of things. Look at that. The graphics actually look definitely 16-bit-ish. Pre-16-bit. It's kind of a mixture of 16-bit and still like almost looking 8-bit. This is definitely when 16-bit was brand new. So what makes this shoot-'em-up game unique is that you can fly in all different directions instead of like flying in one direction and going back and forth. You have to do it in all directions, so you have to watch your ass on all sides. This is one of those games that's a little bit hard to play because you kind of want to shoot this thing right here, but not get hit at the same time. You have to be careful how you fly. Whatever this thing is right here, I'm not sure what this big, huge monstrosity is right here, but it kind of looks 16-bit-ish. While the other areas of the game don't look exactly 16-bit as of yet, because this is an earlier launch title, of course, so not quite taking advantage of the Sega Genesis hardware yet. So I'll say if you're into shoot-'em-up games and you want something on the Sega Genesis and you don't want something like Afterburner or anything like that, then this is probably the game for you at launch, which is actually pretty cool. Much like the Sega Master System, the Sega Genesis definitely had at least one shoot-'em-up at launch for the United States. And last but not least, we have Tommy Lasorda Baseball on the Sega Genesis, the final launch title. What the hell is that cat doing? The two games that launched in Japan were Space Harrier 2 and Thunder Force Blade. That's it. Now, the United States was lucky enough to actually get 6 launch titles for the 16-bit console. 16-bit games were a little bit scarce back then, so 6 is better than none. Alright, let's check out the title screen right there. You can tell that is Tommy Lasorda right there. What a cool title screen. Look at that. We actually have what appears to be licensed. Actually, I'm not sure if these are licensed baseball teams or not, but they kind of almost look like it. I don't think they are. New York versus Toronto. Now, my favorite baseball game of all time is Great Baseball on the Sega Master System. That game was awesome. Yeah, how you like that? Get to first base. What? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I got lucky. Shit, go back. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Yeah, this is one of those games where it can either piss you off or you can have a lot of fun playing it. What the hell is that? That is cool. Look at that. Bam! Break some windshields. That is awesome. And I'll tell you what, if you bought the Sega Genesis at launch, you really had no idea what you're going to get later on. But man, were you guys lucky. You guys got all kinds of awesome games on the Sega Genesis. It's definitely one of my favorite consoles. And at launch, it was pretty mild for the most part. It was not bad. In Japan, they only had 2 games. In US, they had 6 games. In Europe, we're going to check that out probably next week. I think they had about 7 games over in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit different in the US. Huh? We'll check that out, see if they do it better over in Europe. Look at that! That is awesome. Hell yeah! Take that. Boof! Concussion. Quick play!